Welcome back to YouTube. How to. I am your guide, Andrea Jean. This video today is a little bit different than anything that I have ever uploaded on this channel right here or ever before on any of my YouTube channels. One of the things that I practice and preach is to take risks and experiment from time to time. So this video right here is going to be part of the behind the scenes series that I have done on this channel right here to really get you in the back end of what I do besides making YouTube videos, because making YouTube videos is only a very small percentage of what I actually do to grow my business. And in this video today, I actually did an interview with Sonia, an Instagram Live, and I am sharing that with you here today because there are so many golden good nuggets in this interview, from how I started my YouTube cleaning channel, which is the largest channel if you are brand new here. Should you batch record your YouTube videos, especially when you are first starting out? Some major time suckers that you may be guilty of, because I was guilty of these things, and so many other goodies. I'm gonna leave timestamps in the description box below if there's a face that you want to cut to. Also, if you want to put me in your earbuds while you're doing your laundry, you're on a bike ride, you're going for a walk, you're doing the dishes, that would be excellent. Thank you for inviting me into your life today, and I really want you to take something away from this video. In fact, I know that you will take something good away from this video to help you on your own business YouTube wealth building journey.
What are you doing?
How are you?
I am so excited to have you on the live today. You have no idea.
Me too.
I've
I'm
been
excited to chat with you.
yeah, I've been watching your YouTube channel for more than a year now. I met you with your business channel, but let's first talk about you. Could you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are for those who don't know you.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say hi to everyone that is here. Thank you so much for joining. And I really want you to walk away today with something practical. I want you to feel inspired, because if I share part of my story, if I can do this, and I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up your butt, like anyone can do this. So if you guys are brand new here and you don't know who I am, I started a cleaning hack channel 2 years ago. It was really an experimental channel, and I still upload on there. And it has 227,000 subscribers now. And with the Google AdSense program, it's generated close to $30,000 in January. Like, it's really stuff. And so that's what I teach you as well. So how did I get? Well, 2 years ago, I was in my corporate job, and I was just tired of working for somebody else. And I had 3 kids and a 4th baby on the way. And I'm like, I want a different kind of life. Like, you know, you see those really wealthy people, and you're like, they're traveling to Europe and everywhere, and like, they just like have the life, you know, and you're like, huh, how do they do that? You're like, yeah, they probably inherited that, or, you know, they just got really lucky or
Yeah.
something. And I was like, Andrea, no, like, they're doing something, and you just kind of need to figure out how it is they're doing what they're doing. And so that's what I went on a quest to figure out, because I felt stuck in my life. And so I studied people who have been very successful. And there are 2 things that they had in common. The first thing, they owned a business, like they owned their own business. The second thing is they thought very differently about their life, the world. Their perspective is so different than the majority of the population and how they see things and do things. So like, okay, like, I'm obsessed, you guys, like Napoleon Hill, like this good stuff. So then I saw these mommy YouTube channels, because I was into YouTube. We did the Dave Ramsey thing. We paid off a bunch of debt, and then I had a baby, and I felt alone in motherhood, like working. And so I became obsessed with YouTube. And I saw these mommy YouTubers like change their lives online. And I was like, remember, I wanted like freedom of my life. I wanted to be able to do whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And then I saw these women that were working from home, and they were like cleaning their houses. And I was like, well, that's strange. I'm like, they're making money doing something. I'm like, I want to figure that out. So I'm like, well, I got to get in the driver's seat. So I'm like, I got to start making some videos. And you guys, like, I was scared as heck. Like, some of my oldest videos are absolutely terrible. But I know
YouTube is not the easiest social
no,
media to master. It's really not the easiest.
no, not at all. Not at all. And, but once you do, like, game changer. So I am like, I got to figure this YouTube thing out because that's the closest connection, the closest way that I know how to help people in a really powerful way. Because my first job, my first career as is a licensed mental health professional, but I wanted to do it in a very different way. And I'm like, how can I reach more people? YouTube, like YouTube's amazing. Like that's how I connected with people, like just like
Yeah,
you,
because
Sonia.
mhm. Yeah, because YouTube, I mean, it's linked with Google. So every time we're looking for something, I mean, what's coming is either a website or YouTube. And so that's the best way to be found.
Yes, yes, 100%.
And
So
so many moms are just going on Google and they're like, how do I clean my couch? How do I clean my kids' mattresses? Like it's a topic that everybody has a question about. Like I have, how do I change this thing? And boom, this is where you enter into the process of being proposed by YouTube on Google and people find you.
100% Sonia. Yeah, absolutely. And the most amazing and crazy thing about all of this, you can make a YouTube channel business out of anything, basically.
Yeah.
Like if you love cats, you just love putting together puzzles, you just love reading books. You can make a YouTube channel, an entire business on the most strange, mundane things. If you just love tech stuff and you want to review tech stuff, if you're like obsessed with the best types of water, is it Good and Gather or Evian? Like you'd be amazed at
Yeah.
what people love and are interested in. We don't know half the stuff that's on YouTube because unless you're actively searching it out, YouTube isn't going to show it to you.
Yeah.
So anyway, how do you even find like stuff like this? Is I always say I help you turn your passion into profit. So if there's something you're interested in, go into YouTube and you can tell by video views the demand for that sort of topic or that sort of interest.
So
So,
someone was telling me, oh, like the imposter syndrome that kicks in, and you're like, oh, I'm not good enough to do this or that. And
oh,
someone told me, if you know something 10% more than anybody else, then you're already a person who can teach things. And sometimes the videos that I prefer are the videos where people assume, or not assume, it's a French word, but they recognize their mistakes and they recognize what they did wrong. And I love to learn from them what they did wrong. So even though they failed at some point, I watch their video from bottom to the end, from the beginning to the end, because I learned from their mistakes. So even if you don't know and you make a mistake, you can still make a video on YouTube. And this is what's amazing.
that's how people connect. Like as human beings, that's why YouTube is so powerful. Not only because Google owns them, but because we as humans, we crave connection now more than ever with the whole pandemic that's
Mm-hmm.
gone on. Yeah, absolutely. I'm the same way, Sonia. Like if there's mistakes and things or imperfections, I will say this might upset some people, but not everybody. But in the mommy community, it can seem very like perfection. And I did not relate to that at all. Like, here I am, I'm working my job, I'm just trying to like do life. And like, I don't roll out of bed looking like this. You know what I
That's
mean?
that's what amazed me when you do your I mean on YouTube you don't care, on Instagram you don't care. Like you show up and you do your stories or you do your live, and you are in PJ or with your robe and your bathroom, and I'm like, I would you are so authentic. Like you're so you, and it's really amazing. Really amazing.
I,
Tell us
yeah.
in the live, people who are with us right now, tell us if you know Andrea and what channel do you follow? Like, is it the cleaning channel that you met her? Did you met her through Instagram? Did you met her through or other YouTube channel where she explains how to do YouTube? Like, just let us know in the chat how you know her. But yeah, I really like that about you, that some people think that you have to be curated and pretty and well
Oh, I
dressed to
used
be
to
on
think that.
YouTube.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and you actually don't. You can just show up as you are. Like I see that the first videos you were recording with your phone and you
Yeah.
were just pointing with your finger. You were like, okay, so you do this like that and you do this like that, and I'm like, I don't care if it's not perfect. What I care is that you were teaching me how to make some mix, and
That's
I
exactly
put
it.
some of the baking soda and stuff to clean my couches
That's right.
with
We
your
forgive
video.
imperfections. We want an answer solved, right? When you're first finding somebody or finding, like, can you solve my problem? I don't care what you look like or who you are, right? Can you solve it
Yes.
quickly too?
That's
Yeah.
what I love. Another thing that people are worried about, not only like having the ideas or creating the content, but also the material. Like people think that you need to have lamps and someone helping you with the and a big camera. And how do you? What is the reality for you? How do you make your videos?
I started with my phone, just like this, and I would make long cleaning videos, so like 40 some minute cleaning videos, and I would use just apps on my phone to edit, iMovie. And I did that for several months, and I was like, okay, I really like this is my gateway to meet the most amount of people and reach the goals that I've set for my life and really help people. So I bought a computer and I bought a camera, and later on I got like a little lamp, and that's it. Like I keep it
Yeah.
simple, and my editing is so simple
So
because that's
do you edit on your laptop? Do you use
now I
a
yep, I
what?
use Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah. That's not too difficult to manage. That's all right. You learned it. How did you learn it?
Watching YouTube videos.
You can find everything on YouTube. You really can find everything on YouTube. So you decided to make your own video. You are filming yourself. You are editing yourself,
I have no employees. I have no contract employees.
and you were doing that. I mean, now you are fully like entrepreneur since beginning of January, something
You
like that,
got it.
February.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But before that, you were doing that on your free time, knowing that you're four kids, right?
Yep.
And a job.
Yes.
So
Yep.
you, whenever you had a bit of free time, you were filming those videos and editing and everything, and you
Yes.
found the time.
Yes. I will tell you, like, was it easy? No. Did my marriage suffer? Yes. Did I feel like I was neglecting my children? Yes. That is the honest truth. But what I also know is that a lot of times, like, I learned this from paying off our debt. We had like $70,000 in debt between student loans and car loans. You make a short-term sacrifice to have a long-term gain. And
Hmm.
so now, today after this, I'm done. I'm going to go hang out with my son and we're going to go get ice cream. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
those 2 years that I grinded and woke up, I still wake up early just because I want to read and like do things to keep me on track. But yeah, I dedicated all of my time to it because I knew that it would pay off. So yeah.
So do you have did you try to respect a certain timing, like a schedule of videos? Like what's important? We say that the quality of the video, I mean, of course it has to be as best as you can, but it doesn't really matter as long as you teach something to someone.
Right.
You say that it doesn't matter if you're beautiful or not, so even if you have some white hair,
Oh,
that's all
girl, I
right.
got some grays in there. Look at that.
Me too. I need to make my but anyway. But is there a special like pace that you need to respect to be well recognized on YouTube?
Yeah, one that you can stick with. That's what it comes down to. One that you, as the creator, can be consistent with. That's it. Whether it's one video a week, two videos a week, 5 videos a week, and it can vary. Like there are different seasons. So from January to February, March, I uploaded on my cleaning channel every single day. Now, was that nuts? Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
But I
that's
wanted to,
insane.
it is exciting. But again, I wanted to experiment quickly and I wanted results quickly so that I could teach those on the how to channel. And I gained 100,000 subscribers in 3 months. So, I mean, and now I upload once a week. So you get to decide, right? But be intentional about it because if you sit like you want to keep the promises you set for yourself. Because if you're like, I'm going to do one video a week and then you don't do one video, well, then you're in a negative headspace, right? You're like beating
Yeah.
yourself up and your energy is focused on beating yourself up rather than like building this amazing business.
Would you recommend to do some content batching? And by that, I mean recording, like you spend your Saturday or whatever free time you had at this time, you record 5, 6 videos one day, and then you edit all those videos the day after, and then you have a bit of videos in advance to load for the next coming weeks or days, depending on your schedule.
Yes and no. So you want to make quality, like quality trumps quantity on anything that you do. Okay. Because sometimes you have one opportunity for someone to make an impact in someone's life and for them to say, yeah, I'm going to come back to you. Okay. So if you can
Mhm.
batch 3 videos and they are of your best quality or pretty close to it, then absolutely do it. Now, I'll batch videos, and I've done it both ways, where I'll batch a ton of videos for an entire month, and then I'll just let it be. The
Okay.
thing I don't love about that, like there's pros to that, right? You can do your other projects. So if you're writing a book or you're launching a course, you got your YouTube running on autopilot. And there's times and places where I'll do that. But I don't always love that strategy because I like to get feedback a little bit more quickly so that I can alter the next videos that I create. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ah, I see.
Sometimes your uploading time, the optimal times will change as well. So let's say you had a video that did really well. You may attract a whole new subscriber base. And maybe they're not watching, they're not on the YouTube platform when you would typically upload. You want to upload that video so that it can have the most longevity within about the first hour of it going live. So there's different things that are helpful when you kind of don't batch. So there are pros and cons to both.
So you say that, I mean, I knew for Instagram that they are measuring the success, I mean, the power of your videos or your post in the first 6 hours. Is it the same for YouTube as well?
Oh, it's not that long. But here's the deal, and this is what I teach, is when you are playing the YouTube search game, there's a couple games you can play on YouTube. One's YouTube search, and the second one is YouTube suggested. Now, I combine both of these strategies in what I teach. But if you are primarily focused on YouTube search, you don't necessarily have to worry about, like they say, you need to be at your computer responding to comments within that first hour. Your video is not going to get as much like good juju in the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Can that be true? Yeah, but I don't want to be tied to my computer every time I upload a vid, right? Like that
Yeah,
defeats the purpose. So if you have titled your video for search, like this is a search topic that you want
the
to rank for,
keywords as well.
you
So
don't have to worry, you don't have to play that game. You know what
I
I
like
mean?
that. Yeah, yeah. I try to make more searchable videos than videos that require, you know, like a real one-shot activity. So
Yeah.
I'm mainly loading big master classes, and I don't know. I'm not as good as you with my YouTube. I'm just experimenting still. But I'm curious. I've been very curious, but I just felt like when I was trying to record 3 videos the same day, at the end of the third video I was exhausted because
Yeah.
you have to redo them, you know, when you are stumbling on your words, so you want to, it was a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, today my plan was to record 2 to 3 videos. And when I was out creating my outline, which is right here for the video, which if you don't have if you guys are watching and you don't outline your videos and what you're going to talk about, you want to do this and be strategic about it, about what you talk about when, so on and so forth. But I said, Andrea, no, like I'm doing this, I'm going to record this one video today and I'm going to make it the best video, this 10-minute video, the best video. I'm going to put all my energy into this. And
Yes,
because
okay.
power of focus, right? There's a time and a place you should batch, but if there's a time and a place where you just want to harness your energy on one thing, do it and do it so well. The other thing is that making a YouTube video is not just making a YouTube video, at least how I teach it. I also have a newsletter that goes out related to my YouTube video. I also have an Instagram post, and I set something up on my community tab on YouTube because the community tab is very popular. It should be utilized if you're not utilizing it, if you have access to it. And so there's so much more that goes into creating one video.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, okay, so content batching is not necessarily the key. That's interesting. I never heard about that.
Everyone talks about batching and it's wonderful. There's a time and a place for it. There's a time and a place for it. But I honestly believe when you are first starting and you don't have YouTube like you just don't have it in the bag yet, right? You're just
Mm-hmm.
learning, you're trying to figure out things, you're trying to you're trying to make some money. Like you really need to be paying attention like on everything and making minor adjustments through every single video.
Yeah, I like that. And I know one of your video you were explaining that also the thumbnail is super important for, so for those who are not familiar to what a thumbnail is, that's the little image that you have at the beginning of the video, so before you even click on it, where usually you have the title of the video and then the person explaining or showing what you're gonna get. So this thumbnail is super important. How did you do to improve it?
Haha, I made hundreds of YouTube videos. So if you are, and I pay attention to my analytics, so the YouTube video thumbnails that have high click-through rates, meaning people are more likely to click on it when they are shown it from YouTube, I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm going to double down on that particular style of thumbnail. And I'm going to go with that for a while and keep just paying attention to it. And if you guys are brand new and you haven't been here, I have 4 YouTube channels actually, and I don't upload on 2 of them because I wanted to try out a ton of different videos in very different niches and different thumbnail styles because it varies from niche to niche.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
thumbnail, so important. That's like your first impression. One thing that I will do and I suggest to my students is that if you're making a YouTube video, you're going to type in your title into that search bar and you're going to see all the videos that would potentially pop up with yours. And you're going to look at your thumbnail and say, well, would I click on this video over
Yes,
all these other ones?
that's
And it's
something
kind
I'm
of
doing
hard
a
because
lot.
you're like attached to your own work, right? So you kind of have to step outside that. Like, would this be clear? I can't use my phone. Would this be clear on a mobile device? Because most people are on their smartphone.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Another thing that helps me click on the video is if I can have within the video some steps, some moment. Now you can add some time, some important time in your in the video. And I know that I'm more interested in videos where I know that I can jump directly at the moment where that person is talking about what I'm interested in. Are
Yes,
you
yes.
doing that too?
I've done it before. I don't do it on a consistent basis. Is it helpful? Yes. And I'll tell you in my own like viewing behavior. Let's say I'm watching a video and I'm like, oh, this isn't like the greatest. And if they have it in their description box, the timestamps, and I see something that I might be interested, I'm like, ooh, sometimes it will keep me on the video longer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 sides to every coin. Here's the other side to it. Sometimes you can't get people to watch as long because they're just going to go to the point that they want, right?
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah.
to try it out for your channel and see.
Because on YouTube, the payout is a function of how long the person stays on the video, right? So you want to
Exactly.
keep them, and this is why you were saying it's important to give all your energy during this 10-minute videos,
That's
because
right.
you don't want people to drop after 3 minutes because you've been boring. And this is really not something you want. Yeah.
Exactly right. Because if people watch the majority of your video, then YouTube is more likely to start suggesting that video to other people like you,
Mm-hmm.
your viewing behavior. And that's how you blow up on YouTube.
So basically, your strategy is you were talking about the newsletter, you were talking about Instagram, but the core of your strategy is really YouTube, right?
100%. Yep. And so then I have things outside of that, my newsletter and Instagram to help promote the video, which is all to drive traffic to that video. And why is that important to me? Because that's how I can provide the most value to people, right? They want to grow their YouTube channel and they want to actually make money without being like a slave to a brand or a slave to the Google AdSense program and trying to get all these sort of views to actually make money on your
Mm-hmm.
YouTube channel. And so that's where I want people to go and consume my content. So I have these external things to help promote that, because when I post a video, not all your subscribers are going to see it. That's just how the algorithms work. So if I have more opportunity to help
Yeah.
support my video getting in the hands of the right people, then that's a win.
Yes, that's super clever, because I do that as well. It's very helpful. But you were talking about Google Ads. So are you using a lot of Google Ads to help people find your videos? Is that what you were saying? No?
No, I've never used paid advertising.
Oh, okay. Wow.
No,
So you ramp up to 200,000 followers on one channel without any ads. That's impressive.
YouTube is, in my opinion, the most powerful platform. Not only do you just get to make money from posting your content, like I love Instagram, but Instagram is not paying me to post a picture that I spent 3 hours trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You've never tried TikTok? They start to pay people now for mini videos.
Oh, are they? Well, here's the deal. You got to focus on one thing and you got to do that better than anybody else if you
Yes.
really want to see results. I think, and I was guilty of this when I started. I would be on Instagram stories posting these really fun like videos that would take me along. Like I just enjoyed it. It was so much fun. I did that for months and months. But the thing is, like, it didn't actually produce the results that I wanted. Like it
Mm-hmm.
was entertaining, right? But it didn't actually grow my business. It didn't actually
Yes.
make any money, right?
That's the beauty of YouTube, that you can, just by posting and having people watching your videos, you can actually start making money. And I mean, that's something. On another side, that's something that really impressed me with you, is that you are so transparent. Like I was saying, you're authentic. Like you show up with your, with whatever you look like you don't care about having makeup and everything. And you are also so transparent. I love that about you, because you are sharing you how much money you're making, you're showing your stats, you're showing everything. Like you're not scared of sharing with us. I thank you for that so much.
Well, three reasons I do that. One, when I was in my corporate job, like I need to know how much money can I actually make doing this? Like this is a commitment, right? I told you I sacrificed my marriage, time with my kids to put into this thing that I didn't even know if it was going to work, right? So my heart goes out to any other woman that's like having those feelings like, girl, this is how much money you can make. This is how much I've made, and it's all contingent upon like a variety of things, but here's what's possible for you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that was the second reason is you go on social media and you see all these influencers that appear to have this very fancy lifestyle. They built their brand new house, they're driving their new uh, Rolls
Ferrari or
Royce or
whatever. Yeah.
Jaguar, right? But what oftentimes you don't actually know is that they are hustling to get brands to work with them. You know what I mean? Like it's this
Mm-hmm.
facade of fake shit. And so,
Okay.
and they don't talk, and the, are there people that are very successful doing that? 100%. But there is a huge population, as and this includes like women as well, that they appear to have this lifestyle that is just a bunch of bullshit.
Mm. And that
And
was
that's
if
just truth.
and that was even more stressful for you, because you were the only income in the family. So
Yeah.
basically, leaving your job could put your family in a difficult situation, and you've been able to change that. And now you're just living off like YouTube and your the people that you're working with. I mean, this is amazing. This is extremely inspiring, and I thank you for sharing all those information with us. I mean, if you don't know Andrea, you have to register to her newsletter and then watch her
So
videos. She's saying everything. I mean, I'm really a big fan.
my goal at the end of the day, like, so you know, Sonia, like I've been a therapist for over 10 years. And so why did I become a therapist, right? Like I have empathy. I want to help people change their lives because I've changed my own life in such a
Hmm.
powerful way. And that brings me joy. So if I help change your life, like I'm excited about that as well. And so, like, this is my ultimate goal in my business, like to help you change your life in the most remarkable way. And if that means helping you make money, um, build a business, which most people like, they have this creative energy inside of them and they want to do something, but it just gets buried, right, with everyday
Yeah.
responsibilities and kids and family. So I want to help unleash that, and the fastest way to do that and the most powerful way is YouTube. If you're like an
Yes.
everyday person and you don't have oodles of money to put into paid advertising and Facebook ads.
So you had this first goal that was, maybe, I don't know, I don't want to ask you, but maybe you had a goal in terms of turnover or in terms of number of followers before you could actually quit your job. Now you quit your job, big change. What is your next goal? What are you trying to achieve now?
Yeah. So followers was never the thing because I learned with time, followers does not equate to money in your pocket. I know it
That,
seems that way, and that's what I believed too.
but that's the
But it's
time of the people view your videos that count.
That's right. And what you do with your YouTube channel,
Hmm.
right? How you use it to reach more people and build a business. So I learned that. So then it's like it lets that air off. Like I don't need a million, 100,000 subscribers. Like, is it cool that I have a plaque and people said yes? Absolutely. Like that is so cool. But it's not contingent upon how much money you make. There's a guy that I recently learned. He has like 14,000 subscribers and he makes close to $1 million in his business. And it's because of how he uses YouTube,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
So
I
moving forward, my goal, right? So I've created the YouTube channel. I figured things out on my end. I've had my own success. I want to teach as many women as possible how to do it more quickly, streamline, and I want to support them in that process. So that is why I created YouTube Profit Academy to dive deeper into those things. Like sifting through YouTube videos, like which I did, like to learn this, like it's so time consuming. Everyone's got a different opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to be the person for the woman who's like, I want to turn my side hustle into something that actually makes money. I want more freedom in my life. I want to quit my 9 to 5. Heck, I just want to make a bunch of money so I can give a bunch of money away and help a ton of people. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
that. So that's why I've created the course to be more intimate and help you get results faster.
So is
I can't even, I wasted so much time.
is it an online course or is it a group? What is it? How does it work?
Yeah, it's a digital course. Have you ever taken one? A digital course?
Sorry?
Have you ever taken a digital course?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So, yes, it's online. It's 6 weeks. 4 of those weeks are module based, and 2 weeks are implementation based. So it's self-paced if you want it to be, but there's also weekly live sessions where I get to answer your questions and deep dive and help you in a more intimate way. And so that will be launching at the end of July, which I'm so excited
Nice.
about. I want to hear from women that are like, I did this and this. Thank you for your help. Like, I was able to quit my job, or I was able to like put my kid through college, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's exciting to me. Like, that's what it comes down to.
And so you're launching that in July. Are you gonna have the lives will be on an Instagram platform or it will be within the program that you are using?
Yeah, it'll be within my program. It's called Kajabi, is what I'm using to host
Yeah,
it.
I
Yep,
know
you're probably
Kajabi.
familiar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know Kajabi. I launched a program too. It's in French, so I'm not talking about it on my US
Ooh.
channel. But I launched a program on System.io, but it's the same. I mean, it's just a different version, but same as Kajabi. Nice, awesome.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. So you're launching that. Are you recording the videos right now for the modules?
Yes, yes, that's what I've
That's
been doing for, I don't know, 10 weeks. Like that's where my focus has been. So my YouTube channels have kind of been on autopilot, right? While I've been working
yeah.
on this other project.
So you said you have 4 channel. You have the cleaning one. You have you give tips about YouTube. You have one about the fitness, and and the fourth one is about I don't know the fourth one. I'm sorry.
It's a meditation channel. Yep, yep. But
Oh
again,
yes.
yep. I don't upload on those just because like a lot of reasons, but you got to focus your efforts. And those were ways to really figure out where I wanted to take things and try experiment like a mad woman, because that's the only
But
way you're going to learn.
you know those channels like I see when I'm working, I'm listening to some music, that relaxation music. I'm listening the same videos over and over
Yeah.
and over for hours. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking also when we were living in Switzerland, we didn't have a chimney. Yeah, you know, a fireplace. We didn't have a fireplace. So we were putting a YouTube channel on the TV with a fire pit cracking.
Yes.
And I'm like, this guy, you know, like at this time when I was doing it, I didn't think about, you know, behind the scene,
Right.
why was the guy doing that? I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. The guy is recording his chimney for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But I'm like, this guy, he's just making money by putting his camera in front of the fireplace. And I am helping him by watching the fireplace in my house. I was like, that's crazy.
Same
You know,
here. You find value in it and he gets, compensated for his efforts. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I'm the same way. I have meditation playlists that I listen to like on repeat every night in the morning. You know what I mean? Like the same
Yeah.
ones over and over.
That's insane when I think about it now.
Yeah, yeah.
I will. Oh, geez, you give me so many ideas now. I'm like, boom, my head is exploding.
Yeah, yeah. So when I was first starting, like I was starting to see some success with my cleaning channel, but I wanted to start a couple other channels. Like my meditation channel was like a how-to YouTube channel.
Hmm.
And the timing wasn't right. Like it just wasn't the right time or place. I needed more experience under my belt in order to teach it more effectively to people, like the strategies. So then I turned it into a meditation channel. So if you are on the fence of like flipping your channel around, like you can absolutely do it. My cleaning channel, in fact, Sonia, was not a cleaning channel to start. Like I had fitness videos on there. I had sit down like motivational morning stuff on there. So
But
Yeah.
you would still recommend to have one channel for each topic that you want to
Yes.
talk about, right? Because you
A
don't want to
100%.
confuse your audience. Like one day you talk about makeup and the day after you talk about French. You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing two examples. But
Exactly.
you want to separate them, right?
Exactly. And I do not recommend, so I want to say this, I do not recommend creating multiple YouTube channels until you have really seen success with one channel. And
Mm-hmm.
unless you're like a freak like me and you like, I want to teach people about YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Because it's time consuming to make YouTube
Yes.
videos. And the best way to make money is not by making YouTube videos. It's what you do with those videos and what's in the description box that you're going to really see the results, right?
Actually, you know, I thought about that because I started with two channel videos, two YouTube videos channels. Oh, sorry, two YouTube channels. I was talking about the same things, but one was in English and one was in French. So I was recording the two videos in parallel, and then I don't know if it's the accent or whatever, but my French channel is definitely working way better than my English. And then I understood later why one is working better than the other. It's just because I did some masterclass, like long videos, like 1 hour and a half, where I explain a topic like in all details, like how to use the software or something. And those are the videos that bring me traffic on my YouTube channel. And I didn't do it for my English channel, so I could see, you know, like the traffic is now entering through those very long videos. And but that's and I gave up on the English one, to be honest. It was just too much. I
That's
thought,
right.
yeah, because I thought, you know, let's focus all my energy on one, and we'll see later. I cannot be everywhere. I agree with you on that, and you have to choose your battles.
Exactly, exactly. And I will say, like making YouTube videos of all the things that you could do on social media, whether it's Instagram posting or Facebook or like it's the most time consuming. It really is.
Hmm.
However, it also has the biggest payout. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Hmm.
So you just really want to harness it. So exactly what you said, Sonia. I don't like, and consistency. We talked about that at the beginning here, right? What's most important? It's what you can stick with and what you get excited about. Because if you're
Hmm.
not excited about it, well, nobody else is going to be. You know what I mean?
You know, I mean, we're gonna move soon to a country that not a lot of people are moving to, and I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel about it because I myself have a lot of questions about it, and I'm like, I don't find the answers, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be the one bringing the answers to the others. Like, how do you find your movers, and how is it to live there, and how do you find restaurants and everything when they don't have internet and all that stuff? So yeah, I mean, it's going back to what you were saying at the beginning. As long as you're able to do something just a little bit better than the others or share it with the others, then do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you say that now you are focusing on which channel? So are you still uploading on the cleaning channel or not
Yeah.
at all? Yeah?
The cleaning I upload once a week. I have plans for that, like several years down the road. But that one allows me to reinvest into the Andrea Jean Company, which is teaching you to turn your passion to profit with YouTube. So I upload on that once a week, and then I upload on the YouTube how-to channel twice a week. And
Okay.
I've chosen those uploading schedules because that's what makes me feel good and comfortable. Like, could I grow faster if I uploaded more? 100%, right? You can, absolutely. But you kind of got to think long term, like how do you actually want to make the most amount of your money? Do you want
Yes.
it to be with the Google AdSense program? Do you want it to be with brand deals? Whatever it is that it may be. And my focus is to help you get those results through my course. And so
Hmm.
I don't upload as much and I put time into creating and learning and up-leveling my skills so that I can do that better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually, you know, one of the questions I have is I teach my students, you know, about Instagram and LinkedIn, but sometimes when I make videos about Instagram on YouTube, I'm like, what do I give to what do I keep to teach with them, you know? And knowing that you're gonna
Yeah.
teach YouTube in your program, how do you choose what you're gonna teach them in the modules?
I love this question because I'll tell you why. Because I once paid for a course, I won't name any names, from a particular creator, and I had watched all of this person's YouTube videos. Like I was the freak watching all the videos, like eat, breathe, sleep. So when I purchased the course, it was like everything that had been in the YouTube videos. But
Uh,
you're like, that is so time consuming. So there's that piece of it. And I was disappointed. So this is what my strategy is, and this is what I recommend to anyone else that is teaching and creating a course or something aside from their YouTube channel. YouTube is considered long form content across like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And what is long form? 8 to 15, 20 minutes. Give it like 20 minutes is a longer video for people's attention span. But there isn't really another place you can go that people are willing to watch an 8-minute video, right? Or
mhm.
23 hours of crackling fire.
Yes, some people do that.
So my strategy is to give people a quick win. Like if I have 8 minutes or 10 minutes to give people a quick win, that's where I'm going to focus my teaching in that particular video. Okay.
Okay.
Here's with a course, it's very streamlined. This, and this. Whereas videos, they're all over the place, right? Like it's hard
I
to put
see.
things. Yes, yes. It's not a roadmap to help you get results faster. They're like quick win videos.
I see.
Now you can create a series on your channel, but again, they're quicker videos because if they're not short enough and you can't hold people's attention, the videos will die and they'll never get shown to other people again. So you
Mhm.
have to work within the YouTube algorithm and how it works, right? So that's the difference between a course and YouTube videos. Give people a quick win, and your course, you can go deeper into it. Like where in the course that I'm offering is live. Like where else can you talk with someone and get direct feedback on what it is that you're doing? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
in my course, I also give them additional exercises to work on and to practice, and I give them, you know, a specific document that they can reuse with ideas and templates. So this is something that they cannot get on my YouTube channel. But
A
that's
hundred
always, you
percent.
know, every time I'm making a video, I'm like, okay, until which point I go. Like
Yeah.
I want to give them this quick win. I agree with you, but sometimes I have the feeling that I'm giving too much. So I will have to rework on that. That's a very good tip.
I always say give more than you think because courses in and of themselves, like if anything, it's the roadmap. Like this is how you get from point A to point B, and these are the steps that you can follow,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
The other thing that I keep in the forefront of my mind is that there are certain topics that aren't sexy, right? But people need to know them in order to get a certain type of result. Well, those unsexy topics do not perform well on
On
YouTube. Like,
YouTube.
that's right. Nobody's going to click on the video. So you put all this time into editing, recording the video for it to just like go into the hole of death. You know,
Yes.
but if people are paying up for a course and to get a result and transformation, they are there to learn the unsexy pieces.
Yes, that's true. They are obliged to. You
That's
have to
right.
learn it. I love it.
That's
Well,
right.
so your course is launching, you said end of July, right? And
And
it's gonna be 6 modules, and you're gonna have those lives every week, right?
twice a week, twice a week. Yep.
Twice a week?
Twice a week. Yeah.
Nice,
Yes. I
girl.
am so excited because when I started this journey 2 years ago, I knew I wanted to teach. Like this is like where my heart has been. But I can't teach people how to do something like build a successful channel and use it to make as much revenue as they could wildly dream to live a crazy life, whatever they want to do, right? Or give away generously without limits. But I had to do it first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you need
There's a
to
lot of
get this win first, otherwise you feel like an
That's
imposter.
right. Exactly. And so
Sorry.
I stand behind everything that I teach 100% because I've lived it ugly and while
Yes,
managing
yeah.
kids and a job.
And
So most people that
that's the thing with you. Sorry,
we got
we
a
have a
delay.
delay. No, we really know that with you, you're gonna give everything, and you're gonna be so honest with us, and you're gonna be so true. That is really relieving when we enroll in your program. For those who will, and there are already some in the comments that want to enroll, but they know that they're gonna get the real you and the truth about your success and everything you did to get there. So this is amazing.
Yeah, like my mission is to change your life in such a cool way, and like we can celebrate and talk about it, and I just get to do it in a different way that I didn't get to do as a therapist, right? Sometimes
Yeah.
that work, I shouldn't say sometimes, that work is just a very different sort of, I don't know, bag of tricks, a different level of stress.
Hmm.
This type of work is like, oh, I'm so excited. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because I
so
mean,
cool.
you are just getting the success from what you built with your own brain and hands. And I mean, that's so I don't know if I don't have the word in English, but just satisfactory to do it, and for you to see the other people growing from what you're going to teach. I mean, it's going
Yes.
to be really amazing. Well,
Yes. Like when I change your life or anybody's life, like that makes me excited. But then I know that you will, I'm just going to speak to you, Sonia, that you will also change so many other people's lives, right? When we feel good about our lives, we want to help other people feel good about
yeah,
their lives.
that's
It's
true.
just this like domino effect of like goodness. I don't know. I love it. I geek out on that stuff.
Well, hey, Andrea, I want to thank you so much for everything you shared with us today, for all your tips. I will take that content batching is not always the way to go. You don't need to be extremely smart or extremely exceptional to do YouTube. Everybody can be on YouTube as long as we have a passion or something that we want to talk about. It doesn't require an equipment that costs an arm and leg. You just can start with a camera, and then you have to be consistent. I mean, let me know if I forgot something, but that's
No, 100%. Absolutely. That's another reason I gravitated towards YouTube. Like anybody can do this, you know,
yes.
but you got to be willing to stick with it long enough to actually see some results. Because is it hard? 100% it's hard. Otherwise, everybody would be like YouTube stars and like, you know, on their yacht.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so it's really is a make or break for people. Some people go into this and they're like, I want to make a quick buck fast, but it's not the way it goes. And
Yeah.
like really anything that you do, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, if anyone's going in with the mentality like it's going to eat you alive, because if you want to be successful, you 100% can be successful, but you have to stick with it.
Yeah, and stick to one platform, be good at it, one platform,
That's
one
right.
channel, be good at it, and eventually use others to just reshare what you did on this YouTube platform. Thank you so much, Andrea.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to hearing about your program that launched in July. And yeah, thank you so much. I feel like
oh,
I met Madonna.
oh my God, yeah, no, no, girl. I want to come. You're in Texas, right?
Yes, I'm in Texas, Dallas. Yes.
What is it, like 100 degrees there today?
Hey, guess it or not, it's raining nonstop for 4 weeks. I feel like in Switzerland again, like in Switzerland, it was raining all the time. And right now, today it's okay-ish, but it's
Yeah.
ridiculous the weather right now. But usually it's in the hundreds and we're at the pool. So hopefully we'll get there soon.
Well, I want to come visit you and meet you someday.
Yeah.
So
I,
I would
I
love
would be
that.
super happy about that. Thank you so much, Andrea. I wish you a very nice day and take
Yeah.
care of your family, and everybody follow her on YouTube.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out with fellow unstoppable women. Be sure to sign up for the weekly newsletter and check out these two videos right here. And I will see you, my friend, in the next one.